Lee, thanks for talking to us. Not the way you wanted to end the season on your travels. Your overall view of your team and how it all went.
Just petering out the season, and it's a nothing. Second half was as bad as it's been since I've been manager, and I can't get away from that. Look, nothing like it. Literally played most of the second half in our half. Even when we had equal numbers, we couldn't get out. The ability to be able to pass the ball to each other just went. And I went over and apologised to the fans at the end. That was nowhere near a standard. That was as bad as you're going to see second half.
Yeah, that's not your team, is it? How they've played throughout the season, doing things that were, like at times schoolboy errors.
But it is my team, innit? It is my team. I'm the manager. You want your team to represent what you're after on the pitch. And the second half, it didn't look like that. I've been loyal to a lot of players. I think there'll be 2 or 3 players who could say they haven't had the game time that they want. So the players can't moan at me about minutes, etc. I think everyone's played a good bulk of it. If I'm given the opportunity, we'll have a look at it in the summer. We've got to bring some fresh faces in.
You still believe, though, when you say, if you're still allowed to, but you're full of belief that you can do it. You've done it. You've proved it.
Absolutely, I ain't going to quit. That is not going to happen. I'm not going to quit. That is not. That I know what we've got to do. In terms of what players we need to come in, we need goals in the team. We're going to be losing a hell of a lot of players through loans and players leaving. 1 or 2 might want to try and move away. So we've got a rebuild to do. But it's every time there's a window, really, we've had to do a rebuild. And I want to try and get away from that. We've got to try and get some consistency with what type of squad we've got. But ultimately, what I've just witnessed in the second half, and then fans, probably everybody at home, it is nowhere near good enough.
Well, you witnessed it in the second half. You started the first 15 minutes well and looked good. But then, when you could see, it looked a soft goal.
Yeah, it was just a set play ball into the goal, got the wrong side, and it just trickled into the goal. But no one's going to be bothered about what happened in the first half. It's what they witnessed in the second half. I think they scored a perfectly good goal, which wasn't offside. But again, I'm not really bothered because we didn't score it. They did score, and then we went and tuned out that performance in the second half.
And what about the two red cards as well?
Yeah, obviously Owen's just under-hit one and Tom's gone through. He made a genuine attempt, and then I've not seen the Zap one back. The referee, the fourth official, didn't really give me a reason, so I've not seen it back, and that's not me dodging it. So I need to have a look at that back. But again, you look at discipline, the red cards, the amount of red cards we've had. It's wrong. It's unacceptable. People might think I'm in the dressing room and banging my chest and trying to pump them up and tell them to get tackles, and I don't. So it's something that I've got to address.
And what's the plan for the final week then? What are you hoping for that comes back now to you?
Well, we'll have a chat tomorrow. Let people just calm down a little bit. We'll have a chat tomorrow. Obviously, we've got a game to plan for with Walsall. I'll probably speak to 1 or 2 players during the week about moving forward. Players will no doubt want to speak to me moving forward. Them decisions will be made this week. But it's about, what it has been about is in the background is trying to get to where we want to for next season. We know we've been having in-depth conversations about what might happen. So we've then got to go along with that plan in terms of bringing bodies in, and what we need. We need some fresh faces. I think I've given everybody about 1 or 2 a good opportunity, but we need to freshen things up.
Thanks for talking to us, and thanks for being honest.
Yeah, no problem. I'll always be honest. I had a conversation with a fan at the end. He was trying to talk, which I appreciate. I was getting screamed at by another one. But I'm always I want to talk, and I have reasons for certain things, and I fully appreciate it's not good enough, and Crewe fans will be rightly so. I know what they'll be saying. I know what they were saying last week, and that's rightly so. But I feel I'm the right person to put it right and be able to move forward. Because if you take away the last 17 games, 16 games, I think we've been quite successful. So that's the aim.